Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're jumping straight into the deep end of B2B fire-resistant tent sourcing. We are going to rapidly dismantle the absolute most expensive traps in this industry, and more importantly, I'm going to show you exactly how to avoid them. So picture this. You've got a massive container of tents, right? It hits the dock, and it gets completely rejected at customs. Why? Well, the fabric actually passed a lab test, but it was tested against the completely wrong safety standard. Literally a nightmare scenario. It's a devastating financial hit that nobody wants to deal with. And that leads us to probably the biggest, most avoidable mix-up we see, treating CPI 84 and NFPA 701 as if they're totally interchangeable. Spoiler alert, they're not. CPI 84 is absolutely mandatory for your camping and backpacking tents. NFPA 701, on the other hand, well, that's strictly for hanging fabrics, like event sidewalls and drapery. If you try applying an event standard to a consumer camping tent, you are practically guaranteeing a costly failure. Now, this brings us to what I call the ultimate testing trap. Listen, passing a simple little fabric swatch test, that means absolutely nothing if your fully assembled tent fails later on just because you used non-FR thread, zippers, or windows. It's like building a heavy-duty vault and just leaving the window open. You have got to always mandate testing on the complete, finished, assembled tent. So how does all this protection actually hold up out in the real world, facing the elements? Here is the breakdown. Topical chemical finishes might look great on paper, but they degrade over time. UV rays and heavy rain will literally just wash that protection away. But inherently flame-retardant fibers, we call them IFR, they hold their safety rating permanently. And that's because the resistance is baked right into the polymer itself. It's basically part of the fabric's DNA. Okay, so how do you protect your shipments from day one? You're going to want to use this rapid-fire RFQ checklist. First, nail down your target market and tent type. Then specify your exact standard, like CPI 84 Method 4, for example, and make sure you specify the test level, meaning the finished tent versus just a fabric swatch. But here is the real game changer. Always demand combined FR and water repellency data. You have to ensure those treatments aren't just canceling each other out over time. Oh, and for sure, make that call between IFR and a topical finish up front. The big takeaway here is this. You've got to treat the letters FR as the very beginning of your spec, definitely not the end. True compliance is so much more than just a simple checkbox on an order form. So I want to leave you with this thought. If your absolute latest tent shipment was being inspected at the dock right at this very second, do you really know what level of compliance you actually paid for?